Hello, welcome back. Felix here tonight on Strong Clear. I just want to say there'll be no changes to the structure of videos on this channel. However, there was meant to be a change to some of the content, but I can't actually remember it. Bricklands, we're going to one video every other day, and then the days there is no video are short. That's the only changes there. Yeah. Some pretty substantial things going on in my county. Council just secured 1.2 billion in road infrastructure improvements, potholes resurfacing, 300 million in repairing up after Storm Kiam, 120 million in greenery, cycle routes, another 900 million in green projects like what was it? Reclaiming farmland as floodplains, planting a few 100 million trees, making it us the greenest county in the UK. And yeah, we're starting to see some tall buildings. Our county used to just be a bunch of flats, really, and holiday homes. It's now expanded. Blooming piece of skin that's fake enough. I'm getting this everywhere at the moment. It's now expanded to 2-story buildings. Then it went to 3. Now it's jumped to 5, and now we're seeing 50. 50-story hotels. Wow, never thought I'd hear that. The average floor is 2 meters tall, so we could start seeing some 100-meter buildings. So, some new businesses moving into the city. Some leisure centres, gyms, music and performance studios, recording studios, so some stadiums, theatres, another one. That was some other businesses as well. Other ones we were trying to move in. There's something else, and I can't remember it like usual. My brain is a bloody transplant. It is ridiculous how much I forget. It's honestly stupid. My geography teacher was quite funny today. He said the seagulls at our school are getting so fat they could be you could dress them up in school uniform, and they'd be mistaken for year 7s. The lowest year group in our school at the moment. That's funny. It's funny. I got to say, I'm not sure if it's just me, but the year 7s seem to be getting smaller and smaller each year. That's not me being mean. It's just me stating the fact that honestly, they are getting smaller and smaller each year. It's just something I've noticed. Like when I came to that school, I was tall. I was one of the tallest in my year group. And some of them don't even go up to half my height. And I was like, I've only grown about a foot or a foot and a half in the last 5 years. Well, you've got about 3 feet to go. There, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure what it is, but they just seem to be getting a little bit smaller and smaller. Each year group's just going down. So, yeah, there's a landslide up the road which has been there since October, which they haven't sorted out. But roadworks up and down the road on the main road and all that. 5 weeks here, 2 years there, 5 weeks here, 3 weeks there, 2 weeks here, 8 days there. But I like roadworks. It's nice to see some improvements. But most of them are to the city or my town. We've got £100 million redevelopment again of the town centre. It's the third one since I've been alive. That's the old town centre, the current one, and the new one. So buildings used to be in the town centre 2 to 3 stories, and they went to 6, and now we're going up to 12. We're getting some big uns in there. Getting some big boys in there. We're getting some big names going in. We've got some American restaurants moving in now, which is nice. Town centre again. the city thrives in small businesses. It's just really popular with small businesses. Um, you know, it is expanding at an exceptional rate in the number of business. The number of businesses moving to the county 10 years ago was about, I don't know, 50 new businesses every year. Well, we're currently sat at about 2,500 a year. No word of a lie. Last year saw 2.5. So let me rephrase that: 50 new businesses and upgrades to businesses. Last year saw 2,500. So in a 10-year window, that's gone up 5,000. Right, that's gone up. Let me just. It's gone up. Well, I can. Our brain's gone 50 times. Don't know where I got 5,000 from. Don't know where I got 5,000 from, but it's gone up 50%. Don't know. It's gone up 50 times in the last 10 years. That's exceptional. Fastest growing economy apart from London in the UK. Which is nice. So big companies moving in. Big employers. A lot of small companies. We've got some of the lowest unemployment rates, but like our county is a slight problem because we've got such an older population. Healthcare is strained, and we get lack of funding. But if London gets good funding, it's got a young population, so they're healthy, so the healthcare system isn't as badly affected. To be fair, the UK as a whole is in a bit of a bad way. We don't help ourselves. People always moan, the high streets are dying and everything. But that's because everybody shops online. If people actually took a moment and thought, the reason why so many people are losing their jobs is because, for example, Amazon is nicking, like literally, hundreds of thousands of jobs are being lost because companies like Amazon are coming in. And all goes to one person, trillions. I think he's literally on the brink of making trillions. And it's so we can buy the moon, apparently. Who owns the moon? Who's going to claim that money? Every country's going to try and get it, Some will say it's the first who landed on the moon. Some will go, well, it's the one who has a flag on it. Some will say it's the one who, there'll be wars probably breaking out over it or something. But if Amazon didn't exist, high streets would be a lot more popular. And people wouldn't lose their jobs. All this crime would go down. Because the UK at the moment is in a bad way. The healthcare is stretched. The services are all stretched. All the buildings are in need of repair. Schools are stretched. Road networks are stretched. There's a massive lack of office space. There's a lack of housing. There's a lack of healthcare. There's a lack of mental health care. There's just a lack of everything. There's a lack of green space. There's everything you could probably imagine in a country is going wrong, apart from war, but we are getting involved in that again. Which, although we did it humanely, we didn't bomb civilians, which I'm happy about. The one thing I hate about war is when innocent people get involved based on their government decisions. It's just, what's the point? It's legal to bomb military and government buildings if you have a good reason. It's completely illegal, every single way, to bomb civilian buildings. Like, it is just not allowed. And I don't get why countries do it, because they just cause more of a problem. But that's countries for you. If they have nothing to lose, they don't care really, do they? So, interesting times, but sad times at the same way. But like I say, the UK government needs to prioritise its funding a little bit better. At the moment, pretty much everything's going into London. I kind of see why, but the same way I don't. We'll have 780 skyscrapers by 2050, I think. So, It's ridiculous. The government are building. Yes, we have a housing crisis. The government are building skyscrapers. Like, the government's actually probably going to build a whole block of buildings for people. The thing is, you need the places for people to work. You know, you need places for all sorts. Like, the government's obviously about to introduce any business which operates in the UK, which earns over £10 million worth of profit every year, will have a 60% tax. So 50 million. Any company which earns over, no, sorry, let me get rid of that. Any company which earns over £1 billion has a 50% tax. Any company which earns over 10 billion has a 60% tax. In just this country, it's not their entire business. It's meant to provide like an extra £500 billion, which will all go towards apparently residential and healthcare and all that. I'd like to see that, but the money's going into certain companies. So many are going bust. Amazon is not just the biggest one. You know, Amazon. If Amazon didn't exist, most of our problems would be solved. Apart from fast delivery. You know, yes, it's convenient. It does provide a load of businesses and everything. But if Amazon didn't exist, I think the world would be a lot more different. However, the high streets, as I would say, still exist. Poverty rates would be lower. Crime rates would be lower. No, because more people are employed, less crime, all that. Less people are in poverty because, you know, they can afford stuff because they're employed, you know. High streets aren't dead because businesses can afford to stay there rather than people just choosing quick delivery. But with this new tax, I do think prices will fly up on these online businesses and people will go towards towns like our town, for example, is. I say ours, so certain towns, ours, you know, it's doing alright. It's flourishing. We've got the highest small business rate in the UK. Highest, you know, town centre, city centre, flourishing rates in the UK. That's just all I'm going to say because I know this phone's about to cut out. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.